Welcome to the place of congruence. For you to get out from this space boredom, you have too much congruent objects.
Good day everyone! Welcome to my mathematics class. Just a friendly reminder, watch this video until the end. By the way, I am Paulo and Rivera, your mathematics teacher from San Jose Integrated School. Now let us start Quarter 3, Week 1 to 4. And our lesson for today is Triangle Congruence.
At the end of the video lesson, you will be able to describe a mathematical system, illustrate the need for an axiomatic structure of mathematical system in general and in geometry in particular, define terms, undefined terms, postulates, and theorems, illustrate triangle congruence, and illustrates the side-angle-side, angle-side-angle, and side-side-side congruence postulates. The idea of a congruence: two geometric figures with exactly the same size and shape. For the three figures 1, 2, and 3, let's find out if they are congruent triangles or not. Okay, so later, we will find out if your answers are correct. How much do you need to know about two triangles to prove that they are congruent? Let's have the introduction to the triangle congruence. Example number 1. Let's talk about the definition of congruent. Congruent means two figures or objects are congruent if they have the same shape and size. And its symbol right here, it looks like equal sign with a wave on the top of it. If we have two congruent triangles, then we will say triangle ACB is congruent to triangle DFE. Example number 2. Sides of the triangle. For side CB, there is one harsh mark. For side AB, it has two harsh marks. And for side AC, it has 3 marks. We will look for the same number of marks on the second triangle to show that two triangles are congruent. So, side CB is congruent to side FE because they have the same number of mark. In sentence form, it will be line segment CB is congruent to line segment FE. Line segment AB is congruent to line segment BE. In sentence form, line segment AB is congruent to line segment DE. And for the third side, line segment AC is congruent to line segment DF. Example number 3. Name of the sides. Line segment CB has the opposite angle of angle A. Then side CB would be little a. For side AB has the opposite angle of angle C. Then side AB could be a little c. Side AC has the opposite side of angle B. Then the side AC could be a little b, and we can name also the second triangle in the same way. Example number 4. Other names for the angles. Angle A can be named as angle CAB or angle BAC, as long as the middle letter is angle A. Angle F can be named as angle EFD or angle DFE. And for the third angle, angle C can be named as angle ACB or angle BCA. And for example number 5, naming the triangles. For naming a triangle, we must have the same pattern of naming. Example, triangle ABC has a pattern of angle A 15 degrees, angle B is 95 degrees, and angle C is 75 degrees. So for 15 degrees on the second triangle, that will be angle D. For 95 degrees, that will be angle E. And for 75 degrees, that will be angle F. So, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. For triangle CBA, it has the pattern of 75, 95, and 15. For second triangle, 75 is for angle F, 95 is for angle E, and 15 degrees is for angle D. Triangle CBA is congruent to triangle FED. For triangle BCA, has the pattern of 95, 75, and 15 degrees. So, triangle BCA is congruent to triangle EFD. Now you learned that if all 6 pairs of corresponding parts, sides, and angles are congruent, then the triangles are congruent. The question is, do we need all 6 pairs of corresponding parts of sides and angles? For the congruence of triangles, we have 4 criteria for the 2 triangles to be congruent to each other. 2 triangles are congruent if corresponding sides and angles are equal. Side AB correspond to side PQ. Side BC correspond to side QR. Side AC correspond to side PR. And angle A correspond to angle P. Angle B correspond to angle Q. And angle C correspond to angle R. In this figure, corresponding sides are equal and corresponding angles are equal. Let's have the first criteria for the 2 triangles to be congruent. We have SSS or side, side, side. For this criteria, 3 sides of the first triangle is equal to the corresponding side of the other triangle. Then, the 2 triangles are congruent, even if they have different position or different rotation. As long as the 3 sides of the first triangle is equal to the 3 sides of the other triangle, then they are congruent. for the second criteria, for the two triangles to be congruent, we have side angle side or SAS. For this criteria, if two sides and the included angle of the first triangle are equal to the corresponding sides and included angle of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. And for the third criteria, we have angle side angle or ASA. For this criteria, if two angles and included side of the first triangle are equal to the corresponding angles and included side of the second triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. And the last criteria for the two triangles to be congruent, we have RHS or right angle hypotenuse side. For this criteria, if two right triangles and the hypotenuse of the first triangle is congruent to the hypotenuse of the other triangle, then the two right triangles are congruent. Now let us check your answers a while ago. So we have to determine if the following given are congruent or not. For number 1, very good. Number 1, figures are congruent. And if you analyze, number 1 is congruent because of the criterion ASA. Next, excellent. The figure in number 2 are congruent. If we analyze, these figures are congruent because of the criteria side angle side. Amazing! Your answers are correct. Number 3, by means of side, side, side. Okay, so I think you're ready. Name the possible postulate on the following given. I'll be giving you 5 minutes. Write your answers on a piece of paper. Your 5 minutes start now. let us check your work. For number 1, the answer is side angle side. For number 2, the answer is side angle side. And for number 3, the answer is side angle side. And for number 4 figure is not congruent. Okay, for the congruence postulate, remember we only have 4 postulates, which are SSS, ASA, SAS, and RHS. We do not have SSA and AAA. For your assignment, what is the criterion needed to prove that the two given triangles are congruent if possible?
Now that you have learned our topic, you have to put in mind that mathematics is not hard. It deals with the mind of a solver or the action taker with a step-by-step process to reach the solution and the finish line. As mathematics learners, keep trying, keep thinking, and keep solving.